Welcome, everyone. I want to introduce you to a system that is got a strong win rate and a strong profit factor. I use this today to pass 7 more prop firm accounts. Now, this is something that works on any stocks or futures. So if you're an options trader or futures trader, this is something you want to look at. So we're going to play a game real quick, and we're going to focus on these two indicators for our first system. We're going to cover a choppy day, we're going to cover a strong trending day, and a weaker day. So the way that this works here is we're going to go grab a vertical line. We're focusing on these two right here. So whenever they unite, meaning they both have the same color on top. So if they're both green on top or if they're both red on top, we're going to draw a vertical line. Now, I cannot see the top. I can't see the candlesticks right now. So everything I'm doing at this moment is purely operating based on these indicators. So we're going to go ahead and stick to about 10 trades per stock and see how it does. Okay, so we're going to focus on these. Now we're going to go to the candlesticks and see how they went. Now all of these except one were buys. See, green on top here, green on top here, that means a buy. Red on top here, red on top here means a sell. So we're going to go up to the candles. All right. So this first trade signaled a buy, and then it pulled back about 8 points on ES. Now it stayed above our green band right here, but for conservative sake, let's just go ahead and say that this would be a loss, okay? Or a break even. And then we got this next entry right here. You see how big of a push it went to the upside right there. Now here, green, green, right here, pushed all the way up here. Here we have red, red, pushed down, and then went ahead and pushed to the upside, probably being a loss there. So far we have a loss, a win, a loss. And we have a win here, another win here, another win here, and another win here. And let's one more time, another push to the upside here. So out of all of our trades that we just examined, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2 losses and 7 wins. They set the direction. Now, we ignored everything. Trend, no extra confluences. So you probably would have an even higher win rate if you would have focused on, hey, we're probably not going to sell here because of how strong the trend is to the upside. However, you can see the win rate even despite that. So this was a fairly strong trending day. Now let's go check out how does this work on a choppy day? Because I think when it comes to indicator style trading as part of your confluences, if it doesn't work during choppy days, it's not a good one. We found a choppy day. So let's go ahead and focus on what it looks like to take trades based on these indicators. So let's grab our vertical tool again. And again, can't see the candles. Red over red here. Ends up being green over green here. Got another green over green here. Pull this down a little bit so you can see that. A little bit of a green cross over here, so we're going to do that. Slight green cross over there. Another green cross over here. You see there's a lot more trades happening quicker because of the choppiness. So red over there, green over here. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there we go. So we're going to call it there for time's sake. So let's go up and let's see how these trades did on this particular choppy day. You can see all this happening in that mess. So first sell we got, what a monster, right? Huge, nice push. Buy here, nice monster trade here. Sell here, it did push up a good 11 points. So that would have been a good trade right there. Another buy opportunity here. Look at that. Here is where we have another buy opportunity that would have failed, would have lost. Buy opportunity here that would have won. We have a red trade that happened here. And by the way, generally these signals happen before the candle is closed, but we're just operating based on closed candles here. So this would have been a loss here. Turned around, got a buy here. Nice solid win. So even in this chop right here, we got a nice movement. Now we're going to go ahead and check out one more choppy day because, like I said, any sort of indicator-based confluence, if it cannot function well in chop, it's not a good one. But so far, we've seen over 70% win rate on these days that we've traded. All right, we found some choppiness here. Again, let's go ahead and see what we get. So we can see there's a nice green crossover right here, red right here, green here, and you can see a difference between these choppy days and the strong trending days is that you're going to get a lot of different shifts between the buys and the sells, where the trending days you are going to see more one-sided trading. Let's go a few more this time just because I want to make sure that we go through all this chop. This is a pretty choppy day, so we'll see if we still have a 70% win rate or not. But regardless of that, the way that you manage risk, which we'll go over in another video, is very key in how you stay profitable, because there's no point to a trading strategy unless you have a lower risk than your reward. Meaning the amount of money you make should be higher. And now, one of the very simple things we're disregarding here, right, is that all of these extra trades that we're taking right now are going to be happening during low volume. What does that mean? Low volume means there's just not a lot of action going on in the market. There's not a lot of opportunities for bigger moves. We like times of day that have higher volume. Okay, so this is the entire day. And you can see it's choppy because look how many trade opportunities there are. That is a lot. So let's check this out. We had a buy opportunity right here. Pushed up about, 4 or 5 points and then dropped down. Then we got a sell opportunity here. That would have been a losing sell. Here's a buy opportunity. Nice push, nice win. Here's a sell opportunity. Would have been a bit, to be honest, with this pullback, it probably would have, these two trades would have tied into each other and it would have ended up being a win there. Nice buy, nice trade there. Very nice buy, nice win. Another buy. Again, you probably wouldn't have exited this trade at that time, but you could have re-added. Here's another buy. This big of a pullback, probably been a loss. This buy right here, a little scalp, but loss here. Buy here would have ended up in a bit of a push, but based on our risk management, since it pushed up about 6 points, we're looking at a break-even trade. Here we go. We got a sell, a little bit of a pullback, another sell here, ends up getting a nice push. Another sell here, decent push, pullback, sell. That's where it really starts cooking. Got a nice buy, a little bit of chop, would have pushed up nicely, but ultimately would have probably brought us down to break even. Here, this sell, again, another break even trade right there. Little decent buy, another break even. Then these sells went on for a very nice win. This sell, you can see it directly pulled back, so that would have been a loss there. This sell right here meandered before losing. This sell pushed down. Nice win, going and tagging that low right there. Here's that buy at the end of the day. Very nice play. So you can see even on a choppy day where there was a lot of trade opportunities, very nice win rate. You can see that we had, let's see, break even, loss. So I'm just going to count losses and wins. Loss, win, 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 4 wins and 1 loss so far. 6 wins, 7 wins, 7 wins, 2 losses, break even. 7 wins, 3 losses, break even, break even. 8 wins, break even. 9 wins. Bit of a direct pullback there, so we're going to say that's the 4th loss there. And then break even. 10 wins, 11 wins, 12 wins, 5 loss, so 11 wins, 5 loss, 6 loss, that would have been 12 win, so 13 wins and 5 losses. And all of our wins were much bigger than those losses there. So we're going to go over one more stock, a common stock that is trade, Tesla. How does this compare? So again, I'm going to pick a random day, and I'm going to go ahead and go to our signals here. You can see we were mostly green. So green cross over here, green cross over here, green cross over here, and then we'll get this last one for time's sake. So we got 4 trades here. How did they play out? Okay, buy here, amazing win. Here, little chop, nice win. Here, another buy, that would have tagged out for loss. This probably would have tagged out for a small loss as well. So 2 very nice wins. You can see the difference, right? This 406 all the way up to 412. This one dilly-dallied, and then it got up a total of moving up over $4 on the stock. And then this one kind of pulled back and got a loss there. So you can see it works on pretty much any stock. We can do a different one like NVIDIA. Oops. Okay. Let's check out, and this is a good one because this is a little choppy. Right there. Right there. We'll cross over there. Another brief crossover there. We already got 4, but let's do one more. Okay. So you can see at the end of this, pushed right up to a very nice win. This sell pushed down all the way down here. Now, I probably would have taken a break even on this trade just because looking for probably some bigger pushes, but you can see we had a buy opportunity here and here, and that would have pushed us up to a very nice win. And this sell here, again, looks like a break even. So on this particular day, looks like we got 3 wins and 2 break even trades. Now, the full risk management I'll go over in another video, but I hope that you can see simply by us going into a random stock blind where we can't even see the stocks and we're not even using any sort of extra confluences, this is incredibly reliable as a confluence all by itself. And so I hope that you can look at this and see, look, buy, boom. This sell caught this monster drop right here. Nice push to the upside right there. The buy right here on this doji, pushed up, a little bit of a pullback. So for this one, I probably would have taken a break even, depending on where my stop was on that one. So break even, nice win, nice win, nice win. So 3 wins, 1 break even. You can't make this stuff up. This is a daily occurrence for what we got going on. And this is only one of our systems. I can't wait to show you more. And if you would like to get a deeper dive onto this system, just make a comment, say the word crossover or CO, and I will hook you up with everything you need to know.